Previously on Modular.
Bradley, Quinn, and Inverna finished clearing out the fortress Axholm after a life-threatening battle with a banshee. Quinn managed to keep Bradley alive, and the trio found a bit of treasure before deciding to head back to Phandalin. Before they could depart, however, Quinn's horse Roach was killed by the dragon of Icespire Peak, right in front of him. Now the trio must face Cryovane, the dragon, whether they're ready or not.
Hello,
And welcome.
my name is Thorin George,
My name is Luke Job,
and this is Modular.
the podcast where we take you through the modules written by Wizards of the Coast for the 5th edition of D&D.
That's right. These are the pre-written stories made by the folks who run D&D. We didn't write them, but we're here to run them for you.
And why would we do that, Thorn?
Well, Luke, maybe you're a DM who's thinking about running a particular campaign and you want to get a feel for how it plays. Maybe you're a player who's already been in this particular campaign and you want to reminisce on the good old days. Maybe you're just on the toilet and you need something to listen to while you viciously, aggressively void your bowels.
Whew. And while you're pinching that loaf, you should be warned. Each of our episodes will
Or
take...
splurting that girt.
Each of our episodes will take on a part of these pre-written adventures. Each of our episodes will take on a part of these pre-written... That means there are major spoilers for the key plot points of each story we're running.
And Luke, there's another warning we should offer them.
That's right, Thorin. Modular is not a podcast for children, as you just heard the word splurt that girt. It contains explicit language and adult themes. You know the ones. So please be aware of these not-so-kid-friendly themes.
And without further ado, welcome to Modular.
And our session 13 of Dragon of Icespire Peak. Quinn charges. He doesn't make a sound. He doesn't call out for Roach. He just seems to be in a blind fit of rage. Inverna in your ear is shouting at you, Bradley, to do something, but in this moment, you're kind of stunned.
Yeah, I'm imagining it like, you know how in war movies, how there'll just be the high-pitched ringing, and then it'll be like, everybody else is muffled in the background, and there's like the shell shock, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm imagining Bradley is right now.
That shell shock is cut short when the dragon lunges out towards Quinn, bites into his leg, lifts him up into the air, in an instant tosses him into the air, and as he's falling, instead of just letting him fall to the ground, the dragon's claw comes around, snags him from mid-air, and slams him onto the ground. You know immediately he is knocked unconscious. The dragon, Cryovane, puts one of its long claws right at the base of Quinn's eye, looks at you, Bradley, and says,
"You two, let's have a little negotiation.
What do you want?
Give me every gold coin you own, and I'll let the little one live.
What use for gold do you have?
Why would an ant question the motives of a man? Why would you question me?
Fine. And I pull out my gold pouch of 371, and I toss it to him.
He looks to Inverna and says,
You too. Give me everything you have.
Inverna looks at you and she says, Bradley. She shakes her head and she throws the gold. He kind of grins at this and he says,
Good little kittens. Now your friend doesn't die. I just get a trophy.
and he applies menial pressure.
No.
And you see Quinn's eye is just popped out of his head. And the dragon kind of scoops it, takes to the skies, scoops your gold as he kind of flies towards you, and then immediately up. The two of you are kind of staggered as the wind hits you. Quinn is on the ground, now missing an eye.
I'm going to go over to him and cast second level Cure Wounds so he doesn't, bleed out.
Okay.
He also regains, let's see, 8 plus 4. He regains 12 hit points.
You rush over to him, sliding in the snow. You pick him up, and his little body is cradled in your arms. This little halfling man that, has always tried to look out for you, it seems. You feel how limp he is. You feel some breaks in his bones. His left leg is bleeding profusely. His eye is bleeding profusely. You cast Cure Wounds. You see that leg starts to heal up. You see the eye stops bleeding, but it's still an empty socket. Quinn kind of looks at you. Mr. Carver, where are you? What? And as he turns, he says, What the fuck? And he begins to sob in your arms as he realizes what has happened, as half of his world has been taken from him.
I just hold him. I hold him close and I say, it's okay. It's okay. You're alive. That's what's important right now.
He kind of pulls away from you and he says, let's get the fuck out of here. Don't.
Yes, I agree. Let's go home.
Inverna,
you put him on your horse. I'll walk behind you.
she nods to that and she says, absolutely. She kind of just picks him up. He struggles at that. He kind of squirms and she says, just stay still. All right, just calm down. She puts him on the horse. She gets on her horse and the two of them begin to trot along. And you're walking behind. Make me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Let's use the blue die. I don't use that enough. It's going to be, I believe, 18. Yeah, it's 18.
A horse is riding up behind you. You turn to see what looks like a very pale woman in this kind of icy blue cloak. There's a lot of snow on it from the storm. You don't recognize this woman. She just rides up next to you and she says, Is he all right, the little one? I saw what happened. Is he going to live?
Yes, he should. There's a healer in town. We should be able to get him situated just right.
Good. She kind of looks at you. Make me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, whoops. Missed that. That's going to be 17 plus 5, so what, 22?
This woman glares at you. She doesn't seem to be entertained or really impressed by you at all. She kind of turns on her horse and she rides off.
Who are you?
In the opposite direction. Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 19 plus 7.
She doesn't seem inclined to want to tell you that, but it's almost a natural instinct, right? Just to kind of answer that question. She just kind of calls out to you and says, "Name's Runa," and she keeps riding on.
Have I heard that name before?
You have heard that name before.
That's the lady who gave Sister Grayley the black eye.
Yep. But as you're kind of piecing that together, you see she rides off into the storm.
Fuck. Oh, God.
You immediately kind of get a chill down your spine. Like, has this woman been watching you?
I'm going to run after her.
She's on horseback.
Okay, I'm going to try and follow her.
Okay. I need you to make me an athletics check, and then I also need you to make me a survival check to try and track her.
Athletics is not that great. It's going to be 8, and then survival is a dirty 20.
Okay. You are struggling to really move. It's 6 inches of snow on the ground. Picking up your feet is getting a little more difficult. Your feet are getting cold. You are able to track her horse's footsteps for quite some time. How far do you want to go? Because you're not going to catch her, but you could just keep tracking her if you wanted.
That's a good question. How far do I want to follow her? I'm gonna give up after like 30 minutes. I'll say.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to tell you the general direction you ended up going in.
Okay.
Axholm, where you were, is due south of Phandalin. It's just further south than Umbridge Hill. You passed Umbridge Hill on the way here, which you remember.
Yeah.
So to the right of that, aka the east, would be Nomengard. To the left, the west, would be the Dwarven Mine.
Okay.
She seems to be heading east towards Nomengard, but then she wraps back north. Like she's heading towards Phandalin, but just east of it. It gets rather mountainous quickly. You realize after 30 minutes of tracking that she's on horseback. You're not going to catch her. You could try and just keep following her and hope that she's going to stop sometime. I mean, it's about night, but that would be dangerous for you because it's so cold. You don't have a horse. Your shoes are getting wet. Your whole body's wet. You're starting to ache. And so now that you've kind of wrapped back north, you're actually not too far from Phandalin if you just want to move due west.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to head due west to Phandalin now.
You arrive in Phandalin well past sunset, walking on foot. Kind of coming into town, there's that thin layer. There's been fog this whole time, honestly. And there's been snow coming down. As you come into town, nobody's out on the streets. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go back to that house where I found Sister Grayley took me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gotta go talk to her immediately.
Okay. You walk over to her hut, knock on the door. She opens it only a moment later. She kind of is wrapped in a blanket to keep warm, and she says, "Oh, yes, Bradley, you need to see me about something? I was going to come find you in the morning."
Yes, no. That woman, Runa, who gave you the black eye.
Runa Voktotir, yes.
Yes, she's close by. She's just east of here.
Bradley, I was going to come find you and tell you that north of here, in Neverwinter Wood, I believe someone you might know from your past was also here. A Laerbuel Finaster.
Yes. I know. I heard from Harbin's brother, Tybor.
Interesting. Well, it seems the two are in league.
It does. It seems that I must face down some of my demons from my past.
Well, it's...
Oh, we also got face to face with the dragon.
She says, yes, I'm aware. I was wondering if you would make it back to town. I saw Inverno ride in a little over an hour ago with Quinn on horseback, and he did not look good, Bradley.
No, he is not good. I know you're just posing as... I know you're just posing as a church woman, But I was actually hoping if you had any healing powers on you.
I bandaged the eye already. He's resting
Okay, well,
at the inn. Listen,
I appreciate it.
there's too much going on and not enough hands to help. Okay. All right. First off, the dragon. The dragon must be dealt with, but I think there's a powerful ally you could try and recruit to help you. His name is
Whom?
Falcon. He
Owns a hunting lodge
yeah
in Neverwinter Wood.
yes northeast of here. It would take you on horseback. It would still take you 2 days to arrive, but he could help you. But he wouldn't necessarily be inclined.
I mean, if he's our best shot, he's our best shot. I must head there immediately.
All right. Listen, riding in the night could be dangerous. I don't know.
Riding in the night could be dangerous. Not only do we have two people who want revenge on me and will stop at nothing to ruin my life, and we have a fucking dragon. I think I can take riding in the night.
She kind of holds up her hands and she says, "All right, Bradley, I didn't mean to upset you."
I mean, it's not... There's just a lot of stress right now, you know?
I understand completely. All right. Best of luck to you. She kind of pats your hand. She says,
Thank you. By chance, do you have any extra blankets?
She thoroughly wraps you up, gives you a nice good coat, wraps you up. When you go and fetch Seagull, she's got some extra blankets on Seagull as well.
Thank you for everything, sister. I truly am appreciative.
Of course, Bradley. Listen, please be safe. You're going it alone to Falcons, and Inverna said that in the morrow, if you didn't see her tonight, she was immediately heading back to Axholm to try and fortify it. I know also Doben Norith decided to head towards a barrow of some sort to try and find some legendary sword that Harbin told him about. I don't know if that's going to pan out the way he thinks, but it could be useful. If you, Dobin with some truly magical sword, and Falcon could work together, perhaps even with Inverna, the four of you might stand a chance against the dragon. I fear to say this, but your friend Quinn may be out of commission.
I understand. Make sure he rests while I'm gone, please.
I most certainly will. Out of game, there are 3 late campaign missions. Just there are 3 starting and 3 mid-tier. And I have given one of them, like last time, I have given one of them to Dobin Norith. I'm going to put up another YouTube video about it. It's called the Dragon Barrow. It's a pretty simple fetch quest to go get this dragon slaying sword. So that's where Dobin has gone. So yeah, it looks like you're taking off in the night.
Yeah.
You ride on.
I'm gonna ride as far as I can, and then I'm gonna rest.
You are exhausted. You're cold, but the new blankets Sister Greeley have given you have kind of kept you warm. You didn't stop by the inn or anything, did you?
No.
Okay. You have a sinking feeling that Elsa is worried about you, that Inverna's worried about you, that Quinn's worried about you, but you've got to do what's best for them, and if there's someone who can help you defeat the dragon, then you know that's your best option. You ride until you hit the tree line of Neverwinter Wood. You stop. You and Seagull rest together, kind of huddled up together, blankets draped over both of you. In the morning, snow is covering both of you, but you're actually packed in pretty tight. You're nice and warm. You get up. Everything's a little bit wet, but there is some sunshine, some chance of warmth. You look around. You're near the trail that you took to get to Butterskull Ranch, and you kind of remember how hard you rode then, and the minimal stakes now that you think about them that were in that situation, and now the stakes are so much higher. I mean, you've seen Cryovane in action. He made quick work of Quinn, you know you have to keep going. As you're entering Neverwinter Wood, you see 2 riders on horseback, and one of them calls out and says, "Oh my god, yeah, it's the singing man, hello!" The other one...
Oh my god, I never thought I would see them again.
And the other one says, "Oh yeah, look, Rabia, or Wilhelm, I don't remember which is which. It's our friend, Mr. Copper. Hello, Mr. Copper, what are you doing?"
I'm heading to the Falcon Hunting Lodge.
"Oh my goodness.
Do you think you can lead me there?
Well, no, can't do that, but we can give you some very detailed directions. We actually just got back from there. We love it when he takes us out. He's so handsome. Oh, you stop it, Rabia. He is handsome, though. We killed some squirrels. We had very much fun. Hey, listen, if you're going to see him, you should bring him this." And they pull out a bottle of wine. And they toss it to you, and they say, "He'll let you stay for free if you bring him wine. He is a wine connoisseur, as they say. So listen, enjoy your time with him, okay? Because he's very fun. I like to think a little flirty." "Oh, you stop it. He is flirting with me, not you." And the 2 of them kind of giggle back and forth like little school children. But they've given you this bottle of wine. They also lay out some very detailed directions. They know that Neverwinter Wood is hard to navigate, as you remember from trying to get to the loggers camp. Luckily for you, Falcon has actually made some very discreet symbols and trees to lead people to his lodge, and they kind of give you the know-how to keep an eye out for him. Now that you know that, it's not too hard to make it through these woods, and towards the end of your second day's ride, you see a thin fog surrounds a fortified compound, standing in a clearing on the east side of a narrow river. A 10-foot-high log palisade surrounds the compound, whose main building is a 2-story stone and wood affair with a high-pitched roof, gables, window shutters, and a stone chimney. Attached to the main building is a blocky tower of gray stone, its high roof lined with battlements. Other structures include a 2-story stable house and a gatehouse whose flat roof is enclosed by iron railings. A stone bridge spans over the river, ending before an oaken door set into the gatehouse's outer wall. Mounted next to the door is a bell with a short rope hanging from its clapper, begging to be rung.
I'm gonna ring it.
As you ring it, it takes a second, you see a door kind of opens, and there is an older figure, kind of hunchback man, walking towards the gatehouse. And he says, "Oh, you must have come to visit the hunting lodge, is that correct?"
Yes. Are you Falcon?
"What? God, you must not know anything about Falcon. No, I'm Corwin. Let me let you in." And kind of walks over. This guy is obviously just some handyman.
Okay.
He opens up, kind of lifts this bar from the gate and swings it open, and you see a little kid kind of skips jauntily towards you, and he says, the old man says, "All right, pal, can you please take Mr.
Copper. Bradley Copper.
Can you take Mr. Copper here to the guest house? I'll go and fetch Falcon." Pell kind of nods, and he kind of just waves for you to follow him.
Thank you. Do we have to go back outside? Can we stay in here for a little bit?
Technically, you are still outside right now.
Oh, okay.
You're like you just crossed over this little bridge. You're going through this kind of gatehouse, and now you're in essentially a large yard, right? So this is like a little complex, and it's a very quick walk. You get dropped off, not dropped off. The little kid's staying with you, and from his kind of hand gestures and the way he's like going about communicating with you non-verbally, you're kind of realizing this kid's probably mute. He takes you into what looks like a very nice guest house and lets you drop off your things. And while you're doing that, he kind of motions for Seagull, but he looks at you like, "Is it okay if I take your horse?"
Yes, please. Seagull needs just as much rest as I do.
He takes your Your horse Seagull, down to the furthest southern end. You're at the northern end of this yard. He takes it to the southern end of the yard, puts him in a stable, and once you kind of come out of your guest house, he kind of motions for you to follow him again. You see Seagull's now eating some hay and seems kind of happy.
Okay, good. Good.
He walks you into this large main complex. You walk through what is essentially a kitchen. This rather large kitchen seems like Corwin, the old man, has kind of come back in here, is starting to cook. The little kid walks you through that and walks you through a pantry, like you're kind of coming in the side door. And he brings you into what looks like a trophy hall, but also a dining room. And to get here, you kind of go up some stairs. So now you know you're on the second floor.
Okay.
A rather tall dude walks in. He looks like he's about 6'6".
6'6".
He's fucking big, and he's
Jesus.
broad. Dude looks fucking scary. He looks at you and he says, "You my new guest. My name's Falcon."
Falcon. It's nice to meet you.
He
I've heard a lot about you from Wilhelm and Rabia.
Yeah, no, those two really love to spend time with me. I mean, they're good paying customers. I take them out. They never even want to go for big game, so it's not too hard to pin a few squirrels and have them, get a bit of time outside. They really enjoy it. Now that it's been snowing a lot, though, kind of early for the season, I don't think they'll be coming back for quite some time. But yeah, they've paid me a bit of money to take them out. And you here for a hunting trip as well?
In a way, yes. But first, this is for you, and I hand him the bottle of wine.
Oh, man after my own heart, you must have heard the tales. Yeah, man, you can stay here for free as long as you bring me a bottle of wine, but a hunting trip will cost you more, but still, now my premises are yours, and he looks at it and he says, "Nice vintage, I will enjoy this immensely." So, what brings you here?
My uncle owns a vineyard near Secombe on the Delimbier River.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, no, it's finest wine in Waterdeep.
Wow, well, sounds like I need to take a little trip south.
Oh, absolutely. Tell him I sent you, and he'll probably give you a full cask for free.
My gods. Well, I missed your first name there, mate. What is it?
Bradley Copper.
Bradley, it's a real pleasure to meet you. I mean, I appreciate anybody that knows their wine, so.
Absolutely. Well, I'm a bard by trade. It's part of my job.
Oh, really? Wow. Well,
yes.
Maybe after dinner you can sing us a little ditty.
Yes, but on to pressing matters.
All right.
I'm certain you've heard about this dragon.
I haven't actually. There's a dragon?
You haven't heard about the white dragon that's been terrorizing all of this area, the Neverwinter area?
I've got my own troubles, actually. Don't have much time for dragons. I mean, maybe I heard of a sighting, but it hasn't bothered me. I've got some orcs, a lot of orcs in the woods lately, ugly brutes, and they've really preoccupied me. So no, I haven't heard of a dragon. Did you come here to talk about dragons specifically with me?
No, I actually... What's going on with these orcs?
Well...
How have they been troubling you?
Well, the orcs, they appear to be in league with some half-orcs that dwell southeast of here, still in the wood. Freaky fellas, they dress in cloaks. These half-orcs are often seen in the company of these little stick creatures known to creep about these woods. All in all, they're a very nasty lot. I think they might have even terrorized the loggers' camp west of here. I got news from...
I'm quite familiar with that loggers' camp.
Wait, are you...
All the loggers are dead.
Yes, no. Are you the one that took care of those beasts for... Those monstrosities for Tybor?
Yes, I am the same.
That is incredible. Yeah, he never gave me the name, but he did say it was a bard. Wow, Bradley, it is really a pleasure to meet you. You have kind of naturally followed him to take a seat at the dinner table, and now you're being served what looks to be some sort of like chicken noodle soup, some bread, and
thank fucking God, I need that.
yeah, some warm food. He says, "All right, so yeah, it sounds like maybe you would know something about the half orcs. I mean, you tell me what you know, and I'll tell you what I know."
I know the half-orcs are part of the cult of Talos, the storm god. And I know that... I don't really know why they're doing what they're doing, I just know that they're terrorizing the entire Sword Coast right now.
All right, so they're cultists. I don't know how much you know about my past there, Bradley, but I fucking hate cultists. All right, when the tyranny of dragons was going on, I put an arrow through a few, I don't know, dozen cultists, probably more. The dragon cultists, of course. That
Oh yes, of course.
right? Yeah, you know.
I'm quite... I'm familiar. I was in Neverwinter at the time, but we all too knew well. We all knew well, you know, the consequences.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. So if they're fucking cultists, all right. Well, these cultists, as you say, they dwell in a ruined stone manse, overgrown with vines. It's roughly 10 miles from here. I've been scouting them out, and tales say that the manse was built by a scholar who studied the elven ruins scattered throughout these woods, but I don't think they've got anything to do with that if you're right about these Talos allegations. I've been scouting them, and I've killed one of them. They're planning something, and you may be just the man I need to help me stop them.
I would be very akin to helping you stopping them.
Right. Well, I mean, I've got something in it for you too, if you're willing to help. I've got a nice pair of boots of elven kind that you could have.
That would be very nice, actually. But I do have a proposition for you that I'll speak to you about when I come back from dealing with these cultists.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great to me. Bradley, are you planning on heading out there tonight? Or would you like to rest and go in the morning?
I mean, I may as well head out there tonight. I'm spry. You know, I got a good night's rest last night. A little bit chilly, but I should be good to go.
Right. Well, go.
But do you mind if I leave my horse here? He deserves it. He deserves a rest.
Oh yeah, of course. He can stay with mine. My good old Batorius, of course. Best horse there.
Batorius, that's a good name.
Thank you. Yeah, he's great.
For a good horse.
He's a great animal. If you're going out there alone, Bradley, you should probably have this just in case. And he gives you a potion of healing.
Nice. All right.
Okay, so you're ready to head out?
I'm ready to head out. So after dinner, you know, I get up, I, you know, brush the crumbs off of me, I stand out of my, I get up and brush the crumbs off of me, and I thank them for the meal. I say, thank you for your hospitality. I'm very, very much appreciative of it.
Of course, yeah. Well, it sounds like you've done good for Tybor. I mean, man's a bit of a coward, but he helps out.
Oh, absolutely. His brother the same.
Oh yeah, down in Fandolin, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, don't go down there too much. Got, you know, well, my ex is there actually.
Oh, who's your ex?
You may not know her. Goes by Sister Gorele now. Not when I knew her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually, I know her.
Yeah, she's a great gal. It just didn't work out, you know. The
Understandable.
passion of a dragon war, right? It's gonna
Yes,
give some sparks.
understandable.
He sends you on your way, kind of gives you directions.
What's the name of the god of luck again?
Timora.
Timora. As I'm walking along the path or whatever to this ruin, I look up in the sky and I say, Timora, I don't know if I believe in you, but I have, you know, donated to your cause a couple of times now. I'd say generous sums. If ever you were to bless anyone with luck, please let it be me.
You gain a point of inspiration. Also, forgot to mention this. Cryovane did take all of your gold, but upon you seeing Sister Greyley, she paid you 125 gold.
Oh, nice. I was thinking about that, but it also didn't seem very important at the time.
So you are nearing this manse from the west.
Okay.
You're kind of winding down this road, and a manse, is just kind of a holy man or a scholar's mansion, right? And it is certainly overgrown with vines. But following a trail through the woods, you come to a foggy clearing, in the midst of which stands a crumbling 2-story manse, all but hidden beneath thorny ivy. The large house is set atop a 6-foot-high stone foundation, and the main entrance has a balcony above it. Pumpkins grow wild in patches around the manse, with several wild boars feeding among them. The boars snort with contempt as you draw near.
Can I do I guess, nature or perception to see if I recognize any of the boars?
Yeah. Why don't you roll nature?
Nature? Okay. I got a 7.
No idea. Boars kind of hard to tell. They all just kind of watch you, all these boars. Kind of studying you, but otherwise nothing's going on here.
Okay.
So you were on the west side of this building, pumpkin patches, and you see some stairs, like wide set of stairs leading up to double doors.
Is there a way I can stealthily... Well, I kind of want to scope out the place first. TBH.
Okay. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I kind of want to, like, walk around the sides and, like, study it and see if I see anything of note.
You want to go to the north or the south?
Let's go south first.
Okay. Walking south, make me a perception check.
22.
There are a lot of windows you could certainly peek through. You see 6 windows that you could try and peek into if you would like. And all the boars are kind of moving away from you as you walk around.
Okay. I want to stealthily peek into one of the windows. So I'm going to roll a stealth check.
Okay.
It's going to be 16.
Do you want to do a window on the left or a window on the right?
Which one's closer?
Left would be closer to you.
Then I'm going to go left. Because I didn't learn my lesson from the farmhouse.
You peer in. What used to be some sort of laboratory lies in ruins. Its furnishings broken and heaped against the walls. In the middle of the room, painted on the floor with mud, is a 10-foot wide symbol depicting 3 lightning bolts joined at their tips, like you've seen so many times before. There's also...
These fucking cultists are quite fond of their symbolism, aren't they?
There's also the door that leads into here has been kind of smashed down. You make... you already know it's a symbol of Talos. Make me another stealth check.
Another stealth check?
Yeah.
10.
A half-orc in robes, black robes, walks into this room and does not notice you, peering in through the window.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
He comes to this circle on the ground, and it looks like he's performing a ritual. Where the lightning bolts converge, this half-orc wearing hide armor performs an eerie dance while consuming the entrails of what appears to be a dead possum. Standing around the half-orc, all of a sudden, are several small twig figures. There seem to be 3 of these things, these little twigs. And why don't you go ahead and make me a religion check?
21.
This is some sort of angry ritual. You can kind of hear some chanting. Do you happen to speak Orcish?
Let me check. I don't think so, but let me check. Nope.
This is just some sort of destruction ritual, it seems like. But as you're looking at these little twigs, there's the 3 of them. They're not little stick figures like you thought they were. They're actually kind of moving and swaying. That's what you see is going on in here. The guy seems pretty distracted.
I'm definitely going to duck out of the window and keep heading towards the other side of the
You
manse.
want to check out these next set of windows?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll me another stealth check.
21.
You look in through these windows, and this room was once a bedchamber, kitchen, and dining room rolled into one. 4 beds stand alone against the south wall, with shuttered windows and nightstands between each of them. Against the west wall are 4 wardrobes and a cabinet full of plain dishware and cutlery. 4 chairs surround a small dining table in the northeast corner, and a trestle table strewn with pots and cooking utensils stands near a blackened fireplace. All the furnishings are made of wood. The ceiling in the southwest corner of the room has collapsed, filling the area below with debris and leaving a jagged hole through which the room above is visible. But from where you are, you can't really see what's going on up there.
Can I see anyone in this room?
Nobody in here.
I definitely want to go check out the upstairs.
Okay. That's going to require getting in here. And these windows are not like sliding windows. These are like built into the walls, so you're going to have to look for a door now.
That staircase that leads to the double doors, would I assume that leads to the second floor?
No, that would lead you to the ground floor. You're kind of like having to like step up on stuff to look into these windows.
Okay.
So it's a little bit elevated.
I'm gonna keep going around then.
Okay. You go around back to the east side of the manse. You don't see any boars. You kind of walk along. You also don't see any windows, but you do finally come to a door.
I'm gonna enter it. I want to stealthily enter it.
Okay.
Do you need me to make another stealth check?
Yes.
Or actually, can I do a perception first to see if it's trapped?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. 19.
19, no traps on this door.
Cool. Then I'm gonna stealthily try and enter it.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
21.
You creak open this door so quietly, let yourself in. You kind of immediately feel the warmth of the manse getting out of the snow. You're in what is very clearly a dining room. Very lowly lit, but you have dark vision. The walls are covered with crude drawings and blood that depict boars chasing stick figure humanoids. There is a fireplace on the south side of the room, no fire in it. The actual dining room table and chairs have all been like smashed to pieces. And you see on the mantelpiece, there are 2 of those little stick figure blights. They have, those little twigs. They have not seen you.
Is it right for me to assume the boars are eating these twig blights from these crude drawings?
You couldn't tell that for sure.
Couldn't tell that for sure. Okay. Interesting.
So, also, if you're trying to move around, you see there's a door to the north and a door to the south. And the door to the south, and then also you can just keep walking into what looks like another room straight ahead. The door to the south, though, is right next to the little twigs. The door to the north is like kind of off out of their vision. And then if you want to go straight, you're going to walk right in front of them.
I'm going to go to the door to the north then.
Okay. You walk into what is very clearly a kitchen, and kind of stepping in here, you see that there is another door to your left, but otherwise nothing of interest.
I want to peek in that door, but remembering the dwarven, the ruins of Axholm?
Mhm.
Axgard?
Axholm?
It's probably just a pantry, so I'm just going to take a quick peek in there.
It's a pantry.
So that's all there is in here, is in this kitchen?
Yep.
Cool. Then I'm going to have to... Fuck. I'm going to have to go back through that other door. The one that was on my left.
Alright, I need you to make me a stealth check.
16.
The little twig blights seem to kind of be making little squeaking sounds, and they're kind of talking to each other. You sneak past them without a problem. You open up the door to what appears to be sort of a... Oh, you're going to have to help me with the word I'm looking for here. Like a sunroom, right? Like it's a bunch of...
Okay.
But from the outside, it looks like a wall, but these are windows. And it would usually let a lot of sun in here, except it's dark. Stone steps lead down to a flag-stoned indoor courtyard that has a pillared arcade to the east. 7 windows on the upper level overlook the courtyard, in the middle of which is a 5-foot-wide stone well with thick vines erupting from it. Guttural snorts and yells erupt from the southeast corner of the manse, signaling the presence of orcs nearby. And you don't speak Orcish.
No. Like, how nearby are they? Like, would I have time to react and, like, hide?
Yes, absolutely.
How deep is this well?
That you would not be able to drop it into the well. There's essentially like a tree growing out of it.
Oh, okay.
But you're realizing that the snorts are coming from above you.
Oh, from above me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Are there any other doors or anything leading from this room?
Yes. If you want to try and hide, you could go back the way you came. You see there's another door off to your right. There's a door to your south, which directionally you understand is the ruined room you saw peeking in the second set of windows. And then there's also a door further to the left of that. That is probably...
I'm going to head to the south room.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
20. Not natural.
You managed to sneak back into that library, or rather apprentice's room. That kind of was a destroyed library, without them really noticing. You already know everything that's in here, but as you kind of put your ear to the door, you hear there's a lot of commotion where you just were. Do you want to try and peek out and see what's going on?
Is there a way I can, like, you know how in the movie Signs he puts the knife under the door so he can look at the aliens?
Yeah.
Is there a way that I can do that? Because I do have a dagger.
Make me a stealth and a perception check.
Stealth is 14. Perception is 22.
You do that, and you see that there are 4 orcs with great axes on their backs kind of roaming around this room looking for you. Like you just snuck out as immediately. They obviously dropped down. They didn't walk around like downstairs. They just leapt down. Also, you see that there are 5 of those little twigs kind of walking around. And you see that hooded half-orc, and he kind of says, "It's no matter. I must continue the ritual. If there's someone here, you need to find them." And he walks out of the room. So, looking to you like there's 9 enemies.
Fuck. I gotta fucking take him out Batman style, one at a time. Okay. Is there a way that I can bar this door without making too much noise?
Would be tough. It would require another stealth check. And there's 2 doors into this room, remember.
Okay. Well, where does the other door lead?
It's back into the same exact...
Oh, so both of the doors...
It's
okay,
2 doors
okay.
on the opposite sides of a fireplace, but they both lead back into that kind of courtyard-esque green room.
Are there any other doors in this room?
No, but there are windows.
I mean, I can't take them all at once. Because you said there's 9 of them, minus the hooded, so that's 8 people?
No, there's 10 total.
Oh, 10 total. Oh, okay, so there's 9 of them.
Yeah, there's 5
no,
little twigs and 4 orcs, all patrolling.
Yeah, I can't take them all at once. So, I definitely want to, like, crawl under one of the beds.
Okay.
And kind of wait there until I hear that room is clear.
Okay. You crawl under a bed, and you hear there's some orcish conversation going on that you don't understand. It takes about 5 minutes, and then you hear one of the doors to the room you're in creak open, and some snorting as one of these orcs has walked in and is very clearly looking for you. Do you just want to stay still?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay still, just gonna silence my breath.
Make a stealth check.
Fuck. Oh man, I'm so nervous. 15.
You are trying to keep your breath as shallow as possible.
Fuck.
You have your hands clenched and your feet are pulled up as high as you can bring them.
My dagger's definitely still in my hands, though.
Oh, absolutely. And you hear a as an orc lowers his head beneath the bed, looks you right in the eyes. He's starting to open his mouth. I'll give you one attack as a reaction to him spotting
I'm
you.
gonna shove my dagger right into his fucking mouth.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh, God. Ooh, shit. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice. Sounds like max damage with a dagger.
It is a max damage with the dagger.
Alright, roll initiative.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Ooh. I got 12 initiative.
Okay. Make me an athletics check. And remember, you have gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait, what does that do?
Your strength is a 19.
Yeah, okay. So my athletics is a +5. I got a 10.
This orc, using his full action, just yanks you out from under the bed, and you hear him in Orcish just, "Run, Jackal!" And he is obviously shouting for help. It is your turn, Bradley. You are on the ground prone. This guy is standing over you, about to pull his axe.
Okay, well, I'm gonna... Wait, so he yelled that with my dagger in his mouth?
Oh, your dagger didn't stay in his mouth.
Oh, okay.
You just stabbed him in the mouth. So he's just bleeding out of his mouth.
And so that didn't do anything about his speech?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna have my movement to
Stand up.
stand up. I'm gonna pull out my mace, and I'm going to attempt to hit him with it.
All right.
I got a 17 plus 8.
That hits.
That's gonna be 8 damage.
You knock him in the side of the temple, and he collapses on the bed, dead. You have mere seconds if you're trying to hide again.
Yeah, I want to hide again.
All right.
On the other side of the room.
Okay. Let's see. Let's study this room and see where you could hide. Yeah, there's there's 4 other beds in here. There's kind of this debris and rubble from the hole in the ceiling. There's the fireplace. What do you like? You got seconds, Bradley.
Does the fireplace lead upwards anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to go into the fireplace and try and, shimmy up some.
All right, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Athletics.
And a stealth
gotcha.
check.
Okay, I'll do stealth first. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Stealth is 12.
Okay, and then athletics.
Athletics is 14.
Okay, you're shimmying up this chimney, and you kind of make it up, but then when you're looking back down, you've kicked a lot of soot down, and you hear some other orcs kind of, and they are yelling. They know you're crawling out that chimney. You realize that this room you kind of come into was claimed by these 4 orcs. They obviously had a lot more weapons, and they had a large whetstone in here. They were trying to sharpen weapons when you showed up. But otherwise, this is just a guest room with a bunch of weapons in it. And doors-wise, you see that there's a set of double doors to your left, and to your right there's kind of this low balcony-esque thing where you can see back into the courtyard you were just in. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm still in the chimney right now, right?
Oh, yeah. So I guess, technically you're just looking into this room from the chimney.
Cool. I want to climb up some. I want to do an athletics check to climb up some. because I want one of them to come in here and I want to jump and I want to drop down on top of them.
Like when they look in the chimney?
Yeah, like when they look in the chimney, yeah.
Okay. Roll me another athletics.
Fuck! 9.
All right, you get up a little bit. You're able to shimmy up a little bit. You hear in just a few minutes those double doors squeak open, and what I'm gonna mechanically work with your 9. An orc peeks his head in the chimney, looking down, expecting you to be lower. Go ahead and make me an attack roll with advantage.
With advantage. Cool. I'm gonna just drop down. Or actually, I don't want to drop down yet. I'm just like, how far from me is he?
He's like 3 feet below you.
3 feet below me. Okay, so a fall from here wouldn't even do that much. So I'm just going to pull out my rapier and kind of like just stab him.
Okay.
With it. So that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
All right. So you're like dropping, like with the rapier facing down.
Yeah, I'm not dropping yet. I'm still here. I'm just kind of like, stabbing downward.
Okay. Make me an athletics check again to hold on to your, okay. Position. But you do hit him.
Okay. So can I do damage?
Yeah.
So that's that's gonna be 12 damage from that rapier.
Oh shit. Okay, you stab right into him. What's your athletics?
My athletics is a 7.
You stab into the back of his neck, gushing blood as you do 12 damage. You let go of your grip. You kind of plunge with him. You both fall back down to that ground floor, and you take 1 damage.
Okay.
He lands on his head. There's a sickening crunch as his neck breaks, and you just kind of fell onto him, and this dead orc is kind of stuffed in this chimney with you. So you've now taken out 2. You're now back downstairs. I need a stealth check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Okay. That's fine. Okay, it's gonna be a 9.
2 orcs that were just upstairs in the room you were just kind of in the chimney of, they look down in this hole in the floor for them, which is the hole in the ceiling for you. They see that a bunch of soot just came out of the chimney. They kind of start shouting, and one of them just jumps down, taking 2 points of damage as he lands. Roll initiative.
Oh, I thought I was already in initiative.
You can be in the same initiative if you want.
Yeah, I want to be in the same initiative.
Okay, then what do? You're stuffed in this chimney, kind of seated next to this dead orc, and you see a live orc holding a great axe is standing in the room, now looking right at you.
How far from me is he?
He is 15 feet away from you.
15 feet away? He needs to make a Constitution saving throw as I cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave at him.
That is a 8 total.
8? Oh, he fails that. And he takes... Oh, hold on. 16 plus 11. He takes 27 damage.
What does Thunderwave look like when it kills someone?
I mean, it's just a... So it's just like a... It's explained as a 15-foot cube originating from me of thunderous force. So I guess it just pushes him so hard back that he hits the wall and it kills him immediately.
Like spoiler... I won't actually say the name. Like spoiler from the Spoiler and the Winter Spoiler.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly like that. That's actually what I was going to say, but I didn't know if you had seen it yet.
Oh, I'd seen it. I just saw the newest episode.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I haven't seen that one yet, so don't
It's
spoil
my
it.
favorite episode so far.
They keep getting better, I think.
All right. You hear footsteps above you as the other orc clearly is running back down. You're just making this guy run up and down and down and down. You do see, though, entering the room are these 2 little 1 foot tall twiggy things. They kind of run in and they rush you. Are you still sat in the chimney?
Yeah, I'd say I was.
Yeah, they just rush right into the chimney. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yep.
One of them slashes at you and just kind of meets some of your leather armor. The other one deals you 4 points of damage as you feel it kind of stab into your boot right in between your toes.
How big are they?
They're 1 foot tall.
Oh, they're 1 foot tall. Okay.
Yeah. So those two guys just attacked you. It's back to your turn. Kind of sat in this chimney.
The one that stabbed me, I'm just gonna kick it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
I'm just
me.
gonna kick it.
Go ahead and roll me an unarmed attack.
That's 7 to hit, or 17 to hit. Sorry.
17 is a hit.
Yeah, and I just automatically do 5 damage.
Yeah, you kick this thing's head off.
Cool.
So that's one of those guys down. You hear that there's still an orc running, but he's not here yet. It's this twig's turn again.
I mean, three of them are dead, so I'm not.
Does a 15 hit you?
15 just hits me, yeah.
This one kind of leaps out at you and deals you another 4 points of damage as it scrapes into your inner thigh.
Okay.
Just. It's your
Cool.
turn again.
I'm gonna try and just break it in half like a stick.
Okay. Unarmed attack.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I just automatically do 5 damage.
You break it in half.
Cool.
Uh,
Is there anywhere for me to hide in this room?
and this is back in the. There's no hiding now. They're gonna find you.
And by they, you mean the one orc.
Well, and there's also 3 other twig blights.
Oh, yeah. I'm not really worried about them. I'm going to be honest with you.
So, what do you want to do? You want to just get out of the chimney? You want to try and crawl back up it?
Yeah, I want to try and crawl back up it.
All right. Well, you're in combat. You got 15 feet of movement crawling, so you just crawl back up. This orc finally arrives in the room you're in, looks up in the chimney, and so right now, I mean, that was your turn just to crawl up there.
Yeah.
So now he's running back upstairs again. You have a moment in this chimney up at the top. You want to do anything?
Cool.
Prepare an action for when you see someone.
Yeah. When I see someone, I just want to drop onto them with my rapier.
Okay. You wait for that. No one comes to the chimney. You are in the second. You're essentially in this room above. Back up. You've just been going up and down this chimney. And the orc finally makes it in here. He did not ever look down again from the bottom of the chimney. He's at the top of the chimney. He's swinging at you with disadvantage because you're still in this chimney. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
The axe clobbers into the side of this stone chimney. Some rubble kind of spews across your face. 3 little twigs run in behind him, and they all 3 are just essentially going to try and leap on you. That's a miss. That's a miss. And that's a miss. They all leap and just kind of cling onto you, but don't actually do any damage to you. They're just kind of holding onto your clothes. What do you do?
Cool. I'm going to drop. So there's a way that I can drop down onto this floor, right? And not go all the way back to the bottom floor?
No, you would just step out of the chimney now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm just going to step out of the chimney.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast a 2nd level Thunder Wave. And I need all 4 of them to make Constitution saving throws.
It's a 10, a 10, a 19, and a 21 for the orc.
Okay, so 2 of them are going to take full damage, and 2 of them are going to take half damage.
Okay.
8 plus 6 is 14, plus 3 is 17, so half of 17 is...
All of the twigs die immediately.
Yeah.
And this orc...
Did the orc fail or succeed?
He saved.
Oh, he saved? Okay, so he just takes half damage. He doesn't get pushed away from me, though.
Alright, so that's 8 damage to him. Okay, he kind of shudders and... This orc doesn't even speak common. All of the twigs are eviscerated by the sound as you let out this thunder wave. This orc swings his axe at you. And does a 14 hit you?
I'm going to use Cutting Words.
Okay. You're supposed to use
I'm gonna
that
say-
before you know the outcome of the roll.
Oh my god, shut the fuck
But
up.
go ahead.
I'm gonna use cutting words. I'm going to say, in my best mock orcish,
Okay.
and it takes 5 from his hit, so he does not hit me.
All right. He swings and kind of hears the and just fails to connect. His axe hits the stone floor. You kind of pull your foot away. It's your turn again, Bradley.
I'm gonna try and hit him with my rapier.
Okay.
God, Bradley, what a fucking racist piece of shit. Does a 13 hit?
No. Yes, it does. Yes,
No.
it does.
Oh, it does? Okay. So then that's gonna be 6 damage.
Okay. You skewer him in the stomach. He is on death's door. He is going to try and swing his axe up at your face. And would you like to use cutting words now that you know he's hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna use cutting words again. I'm gonna say, "Hey, fuck you, buddy," and that's gonna take 3 from his roll.
He misses again. He swings. Okay. It's the exact opposite of last session. Your cutting words are actually working. He swings.
Yeah.
He feels bad. You push your rapier further into his belly, and he dies. Bradley, if you don't feel like Batman right now, you totally should.
Oh, I feel exactly like Batman right now. Except Batman doesn't kill, so.
Yeah. He just beats up poor laborers for criminals.
Yeah. Now, have you seen that TikTok where that guy goes, "Please spare me," and Batman goes, "A lot of people think that I do this because for good. I just like doing it because I like doing it," and he just beats the shit out of him.
Oh my god,
it's so funny.
Sounds about right. Okay, there's a set of open double doors, and you could also jump back down into that.
I need to go to the ritual room, so I'm gonna drop back down. I'm gonna try and slide down, put my hands and feet wide so I don't take the fall damage.
All right, make me an athletics check.
An athletics
or
check.
Or acrobatics.
Ooh, my acrobatics I think is better. Let me double check though. They're the same. So I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the acrobatics because I haven't really had an opportunity to do that yet. It's gonna be a 9.
Yeah, you kind of fall down and take 5 points of damage as you kind of tweak your knee on the way down. When you enter back into this courtyard, you see that the tree that is growing out of this well begins to move. These little green kind of twiggy things, different than the ones you saw before, begin to pour out of the well, just kind of chanting,
"We want your blood, we want your blood, we want your blood."
Modular is Thorin George as Bradley Copper and Luke Job as our DM. The story you heard today, as well as 99% of the characters, were created by Wizards of the Coast and can be found in the module Dragon of Icespire Peak. Our music today was written and performed by Max Hedman. You can find Max's music anywhere you listen to music, and you can find his website link in the description of this episode. You can follow us on Twitter at ModThePod, join our private Facebook group at the Modular Podcast Fan Club, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at The Modular Podcast. Here's a quick shout out to Elias Gonzalez, Christian George, and Michelle Kushnarenko, who all follow us on Facebook. If you want a shout out, maybe you should follow us too. Just give it a shot. Why not? We put a lot of time and effort into this, myself especially, and we would love to hear any feedback you have. Any notes, any criticism, any, your favorite parts, your favorite characters, your favorite voices, who you think is the funniest, and if you don't say it's me, well, then you're wrong, but just reach out to us. We love you guys, and we do this for you. New episodes come out every Tuesday, and until then, thank you for listening to Modular.